One day after the Malaysian plane disaster in the Ukraine, intelligence officials across the world are trying to piece together exactly who is responsible for bringing that plane down. 7 investigator Ross Jones is live in our newsroom now with the very latest details. Ross?
Carolyn, whether the passenger plane was targeted on purpose or by accident, this apparent attack has created a global disaster. Today, President Obama called for a ceasefire in the Ukraine and an investigation into just who's responsible for nearly 300 deaths. A day after a Boeing 777 was brought down by what U.S. officials believe was a missile strike, investigators combed through the crash site turned crime scene. Steel still smoldered as pieces of the plane were spread over a 10-mile stretch inside eastern Ukraine. The images are stark. Passports of some of the 298 souls lost are still strewn about, not far from the bodies or body parts of the passengers they once belonged to. Pictures too graphic to show.
This was a global tragedy. An Asian airliner was destroyed in European skies filled with citizens from many countries. So there has to be a credible international investigation into what happened.
U.S. officials said today that the missile came from a complex Russian-made anti-aircraft system fired from an area of Ukraine controlled by Russian separatists. Ukrainians called it an act of terror. Yesterday, they released what they say were intercepted messages from pro-Russian rebel commanders proving they thought they were targeting a military plane. The tape's authenticity has not been confirmed. In his strongest words so far about the apparent missile attack, President Obama said Russia certainly bears at least some of the responsibility.
A group of separatists can't shoot down military transport planes, or they claim shoot down fighter jets without sophisticated equipment and sophisticated training, and that is coming from Russia.
And today we began to learn the stories of some of the flight's victims. The president disclosed the name of the first and so far only U.S. citizen aboard the flight. Quinn Lucas Schansman had dual Dutch and American citizenship. Carleen Kaiser was a Dutch student at Indiana University who was going on vacation with her boyfriend.
I'm just in disbelief and expecting, Carleen to pop up on Facebook and tell everybody she's okay.
And also on board, as many as 108 AIDS activists, researchers, and health workers heading to a major conference in Australia. But there were a lucky few, we learned today, who were spared from the disaster, like this woman who was supposed to be on the flight but didn't make it in time.
I feel like I've been given a second chance, and so hopefully that we'll get there safely and I will see my family again.
The president said officials from the FBI and National Transportation Safety Board are already on their way to the crash site. He said all evidence needs to remain untouched and freely available to inspectors. From the newsroom tonight, I'm Ross Jones. Carolyn, over to you.